welcome back to the Y.E.S Longevity Podcast, where we give you insight on how to get fit, feel younger, and live better. I am Chris Borda, owner of Y.E.S Fitness, coming to you from my dining room. Yes, we are still shut down. In this case, no news is not good news because we're not in the first wave. So I'm pretty sure we're looking at least the beginning of June before we get our doors open. But beside that, let's give you a little bit of information on a product that's out there right now that there's a growing number of people who wear special eyewear to block or filter the high energy blue light coming from digital screens. A market study report, a market research company says that global market for blue light eyewear will increase to $27 million by 2014. That is up from $18 million in 2019. That's a pretty large jump. The advertised benefits of the glasses include less eye strain, improved sleep habits, and the prevention of eye disease. In a 2018 survey by AccuView, the contact lens maker, found office workers spent about 6.5 hours a day sitting in front of their computers. A Pew Research Center survey found that 28% of Americans, adults, say that they go online almost constantly. That's up from 21% in just 2015. And younger adults are online the most, with the Pew surveys finding that about half of the respondents between 18 and 28 years old reporting that they were online constantly. But do blue light glasses really work? Well, that kind of depends on who you're talking and who you're asking. Because the glasses, the first thing to understand is that because the glasses are a newer product, there's not a lot of research to show either way. And the FDA doesn't regulate the eyewears because it's not marketed as a medical device. So we're kind of on our own here, swimming through the waters. But the American Academy of Ophthalmologists, so you would think they know what they're saying, right? Say you don't need them. And they've gone as far as to say on record to not recommend any kind of special eyewear for computer use. The organization says that blue light from digital devices do not lead to eye disease and doesn't even cause eye strain. That the real problem is that people complain about are simply caused by the overuse of digital devices. We're just on the devices too much. The AAO says that the symptoms of digital eye strain are linked to how we use our digital devices. And it's not the blue light coming out of them. But on the other hand, we got the Vision Council, which represents the optical industry, says specialized glasses are one tactic that might cut eye strain. So Samuel Pierce, who was a former president of American Optometric Association, recommend uses blue light glasses to lessen eye strain. So kind of who do we believe here, right? Well, for many people right now, they're sitting in front of their screens more than ever. We got the pandemic. So we're binge watching Netflix. We're sitting at home, sitting on our computers, staring at those computer screens longer than we ever have before. We're on our iPhones and iPads, especially when the weather's bad. We're just locked down all day long. Well, according to the Vision Council, right, 200 million Americans report symptoms of digital eye strain, eye discomfort, which can be caused from looking at a screen for more than 2 hours at a time. 2 hours at a time, that's nothing, right? But we need to understand that blue light itself isn't a bad thing. It's everywhere, including in sunlight. Researchers have determined that blue wavelengths are at the high end of the light spectrum, right before the UV, are beneficial because they boost our attention span. They increase our reaction time. They can improve our moods. So blue light is good. We were getting plenty of blue light before the modern digital life began, before all these screens. Most of all, it comes from the sun. But gadgets like television, smartphones, laptops, and tablets that populate modern life emit brighter, shorter wavelengths, more bluish light. Until fairly recently, humans were mostly exposed to the natural light during the day and darkness at night. But now we're constantly bathing in artificial light, and it's mostly in blue light. Too much exposure to blue light at night suppresses the secretion of melatonin, a hormone that regulates sleep cycles. But we'll talk a little bit more about sleep later. Let's dial it back here a little bit and talk about some ways that we can kind of dial back the blue light other than using blue blockers, right? So there's some small fixes. You can set your iPhone to a night shift between 9 p.m. and 7 a.m. The night shift function alters the colors of the phone's display to the warmer end of the color spectrum. So we're exposed to less blue light that way. So you can set the time usually when you just normally start to get ready for bed. And if you don't have and that will take care of that. It will lighten those tones on your phone. But if you don't have an iPhone, you can download an app that will do the same thing for you. You can also look at some non-screen sources of artificial blue lights. While LEDs are also increasingly popular for room lights, they're not all the same. Warm white bulbs with less blue tend to work better at night than cool white ones. There are also multiple bulbs that can change the intensity of the light's colors with an app. Or you can buy reduced blue LED bulbs for warmer lights in your bedrooms. So the Academy of Ophthalmology and the Vision Council and other vision-related organizations urge moderation in screen use. Most of them recommend adopting what they call the 20-20-20 rule. What that means is that for every 20 minutes you look at a screen, you need to look away at an object 20 feet away for about 20 seconds. And this will help decrease that eye strain. The American Academy of Ophthalmology also recommends taking these steps. So when you're sitting at your desk, adjust your seat or position the computer so your eyes are about 25 inches or about an arm's length from the screen. Position the screen so you're gazing slightly downward, not straight at it. Use a matte screen filter on the screen to reduce the glare. You can also use artificial tears when your eyes feel dry. When you're focusing on something for a long period of time, your blink rate can drop as much as 50% or more. And blinking is necessary. Blinking is necessary for lubrication of the surface of the eye. When the surface isn't lubricated, it can become symptomatic. Normally we blink around 15 or more times a minute. When you're staring at that screen, it can go down to as low as 7 times, which is pretty easy to happen when we're just staring at those screens. That's a big difference. You can also pay attention to the lighting in the room where you work, and you might try increasing your screen contrast. If you wear contact lenses, give your eyes a break by wearing glasses now and then. So those are all some things that you can do other than getting blue blockers if you can't afford them. But you'll see in a few minutes that they're very inexpensive. And well, I'm bringing this topic up because maybe it doesn't necessarily help you when you're looking at screens, but it does help with sleep. So blue light glasses help you sleep better at night. Researchers agree that blue light from LED devices like your smartphone or your laptop holds back your body's production of producing melatonin, which is a sleep-inducing hormone in your body. Researchers say that melatonin suppression may not only cause sleep disturbances, but it can also rate the risk of obesity, increase the risk of diabetes and other disorders. So you want to make sure you get your sleep. We've talked about it many times, how important sleep is for you, right? I'm not going to go into the whole sleep thing right now, but sleep is non-negotiable, right? It's non-negotiable, 7 to 9 hours a night. So according to the National Sleep Foundation, more than 90% of Americans regularly use a computer or electronic device or some kind of device like that up to an hour before bedtime. And this is a problem. A study in the Journal of Adolescent Health. So this isn't just about adults. This is about adolescents as well. This study showed that when a group of young boys wore orange glasses while looking at their phones for a few hours before bed, they felt significantly more sleepy than they were when they wore clear glasses. Another study conducted with 20 adults found similar findings. Researchers at Rensselaer Polytech Institute showed that exposure to light from computer tablets significantly lowered the levels of hormone melatonin, which we know regulates the internal clocks. and it plays a role in the sleep cycle. In another study published in the Journal of Applied Ergonomics, the researchers had volunteers read and play games and watch movies on their iPads and their PCs and their tablets for various amounts of time while measuring the amount of light their eyes received. They found that after 2 hours of exposure to a bright tablet screen at night reduces melatonin levels by as much as 22%. That's huge. So the research is pretty conclusive of the effects of blue light in a decrease of melatonin production. Not something that you want to have. So what happens when you do wear blue blocker glasses? We saw a few minutes ago that it not didn't necessarily help with eye disease and fatigue in the eyes. But let's see what happens with melatonin. In a 2017 study done by the University of Houston found that participants wearing the glasses showed about a 58% increase in their nighttime melatonin levels. The American Academy of Ophthalmology, they kind of take a little different approach because they say you don't need to spend extra money on blue light glasses to improve sleep. Simply decreasing evening screen time and set devices to night mode should be enough. But we all know that's a huge challenge, that we like to watch TV or be on our phones or our tablets or our iPads in evening when we're relaxing. So to just kind of decrease our time before we go to bed is not one of the easier things to do. So in my eyes, okay, the bottom line, artificial light from computer screens at night may reduce melatonin levels, right? But if you wear glasses and it helps, then you should wear them. So blue light glasses they don't have to be ugly. So I wear a pair of blue light glasses all the time, a couple hours before I go to bed. They just clip on my eyes. Okay, they clip on and off. But they don't have to be ugly. They don't even have to be yellow. And there's a lot of them that are clear and that have an anti-glare to them. So hey, when you're watching TV at night, who the heck cares if the glasses are ugly, right? If it helps you reduce the strain on your eyes when you're looking at your computer screen, if you don't feel like your eyes are as fatigued at the end of the day, whether the study shows it or not, I would wear them. If it works, go ahead and do it. If it's a placebo effect, who cares? I know personally that when I wear my glasses at night, I sleep better that night. I get to sleep faster and I sleep longer. On the nights where I forget it and I don't use it, I don't go to sleep as quickly. And it's not just in my head, it happens all the time. I don't think about it to the next day. So I wear them before I go to bed, and it helps me sleep all the time. And you can find, if you call around at optometry offices or look at lens crafters, you can find glasses from 40 up to over $100. I have a link down below here, right here, where you can just check out a pair of glasses for $10 on Amazon. They don't have to be expensive. And again, if it's helping your eyes, does it really matter if they're not the most stylish glasses at all? You can certainly get prescription ones if you'd like, if that's really a concern of yours. So there you have it. Blue blockers, I believe, are a product that you should be wearing, certainly in the evening before you go to bed. If you have a tendency to be on your phones, computers, and things like that, if it helps during the day while you're on a computer, I know some people tell me that it does, then go ahead and wear them. I don't see anything wrong with them. That's what the research shows. So go out and get yourself a pair. Got a link, check it out, go on Amazon, look around. Well, I appreciate you taking the time today to listen to me. I hope this was helpful for some people. And you can look for more insight on how to get fit, feel younger, and live better right here at Y.E.S Fitness next Tuesday at 3:30. Thanks for watching and stay safe.